going on, you guys? I'm FlipArtz. We're back here on Fortnite taking a look at all of your Battle Pass challenges for week number 10 here of Season 9. But just before we get into all of the challenges you guys need to know about for this week, I just want to give you guys a quick reminder that this is week number 10, which means it is the last and final week we are going to have here for Season 9. So you guys need to make sure you guys complete all of your challenges for this week as well as all of the previous weeks to make sure you guys have all of your challenges completed, getting all your awards, getting everything that is going to be for this season, because once the season is over, you're not going to be able to go back and complete your previous challenges, get those rewards and everything like that, especially with these Utopia challenges that do require you to complete every single challenge every single week to get those loading screen images so that you guys can keep them and use them for future loading screens if you guys wish to, as well as being able to get those secret battle stars and Fortbytes for your Fortbyte challenges as well. So make sure you guys are completing all of your challenges because this could be the last week here for Season 9. We're not sure if we're going to be getting like an extra week, like a week 11 or 12 like we did from the previous seasons. That way we can have some extra time to go and complete our challenges and everything like that. Just a little bit of like extra time for everybody to go and catch up before the end of the season, again like we've had from previous seasons. And so with that out of the way and with that said, let's get into all 7 of the challenges you guys need to know about here for week number 10 of Season 9. So going in for our very first challenge here, it's going to be to use an airstrike in different matches, and to complete this challenge you have to use 1 airstrike in 3 different matches. And so obviously, as the challenge says, you need to use an airstrike, and with the latest patch update for the game here, we do have that new item added to the game here, the airstrike. Now personally for me, I don't really think it's that great of an item. I think if you have a lot of them stacked up, it might be a little bit better. The radius of when you throw it for where the airstrike is going to happen is pretty tight. However, it feels like the missiles from the airstrike are pretty sporadic. I know it doesn't really attack into a very specific area. It kind of goes all over the place within the radius, kind of like a bloom, but I feel like for 90% of the time that I've ever actually used an airstrike, I pretty much never hit an opponent. If I ever do hit somebody, it's by chance. Even if they are in a build or not, I feel like people are just dancing right through my airstrike and really not getting damaged. So it's usually just going to end up being one of those items for me where if I do end up picking it up, I'm either going to save it and hope that I run into people that are fighting each other. That way I can hope on trying to get at least one of them eliminated, or both of them, or at least one of them damaged enough that I can go in and get the kill for it, you know, kind of being like that third party. Or I'll just pick it up, throw it so that nobody else can use it, and at least this way I know I used it and it's not going to be used against me somewhere later down the line during the match. I kind of do the same thing with the storm flip as well. I find that the storm flip is kind of more useful than the airstrike because you're more likely to be guaranteed to get at least 5, 10 damage, 15 damage on somebody opposed to the airstrike. Even then, I'll go and pick it up, I'll throw it, that way I know that nobody else is going to be picking it up if I leave it behind. Now moving into your second challenge here, it's going to be to damage opponents with a shotgun, and to finish this challenge and complete it, you need to deal 500 points worth of damage. Now of course, right now because of the 14 days of summer event, a lot of the weapons are still unvaulted, and one of those weapons including the pump shotgun. Now of course, that's part of the shotguns you guys can use. Obviously we have the pump shotgun right now, we have the combat shotgun, and then we have the drum shotgun. It really depends on your preference of which ones you guys like the most. Obviously for me, I'm going to be going with that combat shotgun when possible, and then next up in line I'll be taking that pump shotgun, and then obviously last but not least is going to be the drum shotgun. To me honestly, the drum shotgun is decent, but it just seems like sometimes the damage just isn't really counting for what I really want it to count for. I know it shoots really fast and you need to be pretty much up close to somebody, but I still feel like the damage is lacking in some departments, so I would rather go ahead and take my chances with a pump shotgun when possible, or obviously go for the combat shotgun. Now moving into the next challenge here, it's going to be to search for 7 ammo boxes in a single match, and obviously to complete this challenge you have to go and search for 7 ammo boxes. Now this challenge should be pretty simple, as it's just searching for 7 ammo boxes in a single match, which does mean obviously you can't just search for an ammo box and then go to the next game and search for another ammo box and they stack. You do have to do them in a single match. Now this one seems a little bit easier than the one that we did have from the previous season, where I believe it was to search for ammo boxes in a single match but at different name locations. That one was a little bit more difficult because obviously you have to go to different name locations just to go find an ammo box and complete them all in a single match. That for me was a little bit more difficult. This one shouldn't be so bad, especially since if you're somewhere that is fairly big like Neo Tilted or Mega Mall that does have enough ammo boxes pretty much stacked up, especially even if you go to the block has more than enough ammo boxes to go around. You should be able to get challenges like this done pretty quickly. Now moving on to the next challenge here, it's going to be to visit different public service announcement signs in a Neo Tilted, Pressure Plant, or Mega Mall, and to complete this challenge you have to visit 5 of those public service announcement signs. Now if you guys have been paying attention to the map at all and you guys are actually looking around on the small little changes that are occurring with these latest patch updates and everything like that, you guys are going to notice that we have these kind of panels that are being added into certain locations. Again here, Neo Tilted, Pressure Plant, and Mega Mall. small. Here you're going to be able to see that here in the gameplay that you're actually going to be able to see what these signs look like, and you're also going to be able to see the location of where you guys got to go to be able to find these different public service announcement signs. Some of them do vary in images that you're going to notice from place to place, but as long as it has the red danger symbol on it, you're going to know that that's the exact place you guys need to be going to for the public service announcement sign. Now coming in for your next challenge here, it's going to be a 3-part stage challenge. It's actually going to be pretty easy to do, but of course with a challenge like this, it does mean that you're most likely going to be seeing a lot more people here than usual. So for the first stage, it's going to be to collect wood from a pirate ship or a Viking ship, which obviously you're going to be able to find the pirate ship over in Lazy Lagoon, or the Viking ship that's at the top of the Viking mountain, kind of overseeing the frozen over Greasy Grove, or kind of nearby the Snobby Shores. The next challenge here, or the second stage, is going to be to collect stone from a fork knife or umbrella. Obviously, I'm sure a lot of you guys know where the fork knife is. That one's the area that's very close to Fatal Field. It's the one that has the fort bite in between the fork and the knife from one of our recent fort bite challenges, as well as is also underneath or very close to the sky platform area, again, that is very close to Fatal Field. And then as for the umbrella, you're going to be able to find this one kind of closer off to the block side. This one's been here for a long time, so you guys should be able to note this location as well. And then last but not least, for the last challenge or stage for this 3-part stage challenge, it's going to be to collect metal from a robot factory, and obviously the only place that has a robot factory right now is going to be over at Pressure Plant. And also, like I mentioned earlier, this challenge is very easy to do. It just does also mean that a lot more people are going to be here as well. So keep in mind that when you guys land here, don't be surprised if you see like 5 other teams here, or like 10 people all coming to the same spot trying to go for mats and everything like that. So just be alarmed, be aware of where people are, your surroundings and everything like that. Try to get a gun early, eliminate people from your area. That way you guys can go about trying to complete this challenge. And actually, to complete this challenge, you only have to get about 100 mats of wood, stone, or metal. So this shouldn't be too difficult. Now moving on to our second last challenge here, it's going to be to eliminate opponents in a Pleasant Park or Paradise Palms. And to complete this challenge, you need to eliminate 3 opponents. So just like the previous challenge here for collecting things in certain locations, this does also mean that for getting eliminations, especially for eliminations, that going to the locations here for Pleasant Park and Paradise Palms are going to be highly contested and very thirsty, infested with people trying to get those kills early. So make sure you guys do your best to land as early and to the spot as much as possible, get a gun and get your eliminations when possible. I highly suggest that if you guys do end up going to these locations late, that you can try to go and venture off to a different location, loot up, and then come back to those locations again, such as Pleasant Park or Paradise Palms. So if you do see that there's way too many people for you at Pleasant Park, maybe go over to Haunted Hills, maybe go over to the block, maybe go over to Junk Junction or something like that, get looted up, and then come back to Pleasant Park. And same with Paradise Palms. If you see that there is a lot of people there, too many, that you're going to be landing way too late and you're going to get eliminated and giving someone an easy out for their challenges, go and land somewhere else. Maybe go to John Wick's house over at the end, maybe go to the racetrack area, maybe go to the Soft D's area, anywhere like that. Go somewhere nearby, not too far away though, loot up, and then come back and then see if you can get some easy elims from those locations. And then coming in for our last and final challenge, and of course it would be something to end off the season and end off our challenges for the season, it's going to be to damage opponents with a pickaxe. And to complete this challenge, you need to do 200 points worth of damage. And so a challenge like this really isn't that difficult at all, especially if you guys are playing something like in solo. You can pretty much just go and land at Pleasant Park, Paradise Palms, or you know, go to the pirate ship, Viking ship, fork knife, umbrella, or the robot factory. You're going to be able to see a lot of people there. Just go ahead and just start axing away. Most likely people are going to be doing that anyway, so you guys can go and get some free cheap shots in there if you guys decide to go in that route, as well as if you guys go into duos or squads. If you do see that your opponents are down, you can actually run up to them and axe them as well. That will still count towards damage to your opponents. So if you guys are struggling for whatever reason in a solo to deal damage to your opponents with a pickaxe, I highly suggest you guys go into a duo, go into a squad, go into Team Rumble, wait to see that an opponent is down, build a 1x1 around them, build a box around them, and then ultimately just start pickaxing them as much as you can for as much as HP as they have left in them, and then you guys can be able to get your damage accumulated to hopefully complete this challenge. And so there you guys have it. That's going to be all the 7 challenges you guys need to know about for week number 10 here of season 9. Of course, if you guys complete only 4 of the challenges for this week, you guys will get 10,000 XP towards your season level XP, as well as if you complete any of the 6 challenges from this week, you guys will unlock a fort bite for your fort bite challenges, so make sure you guys do that. And of course, if you guys complete all 7 of the challenges, you guys unlock the loading screen image for your Utopia challenges. But there you guys have it. That's going to about wrap it up for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you guys did, remember to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on post notifications here on the channel by hitting that bell icon next to the subscribe button. Also follow follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with everything going on regarding my videos, my channel, my streams, and myself. And again, if you guys didn't know, we're streaming a lot over on Twitch at twitch.tv/FlipArtz Live. The link will be down in the description below. So make sure you guys go drop that follow. Make sure you guys drop that sub, a Twitch Prime sub, all that good stuff. I want to play with you guys. I want to talk to you guys. So make sure you guys are over there. We're streaming there pretty much every single day. So I'd love to see you guys there in the stream. Thank you guys again for watching, and catch you on the flip side. Arts out.